I am not afraid to show L's or take losses. That's just part of the game. So last time we were looking at PYR, we had a potential double bottom coming up where we had this level right here, this fractal low, and price had yet to close below it. And we got a nice little 4-hour play where price kind of went only to the 4-hour target around up here, you know, to the $10 range. And then it just catapulted down. And then on the weekly, we saw as once price closed below this fractal, that kind of, you know, that's your stops out and that's your levels out. So if you weren't able to take profit at the top there, we were hoping to see price, you know, continue up and start that bull run, but it did not occur. That sign obviously comes, or I'd rather say the sign that that isn't going to happen comes once you close below these levels. So that happened, and now we know that, you know, price from this week is just going to go down, and then we got this big bearish week, and then we've just been taking out more levels below. So obviously this one here we closed below, and now really I'm looking to see if price is going to test this level down here. So we're looking now at the kind of $2 range price area. We've also got this level to test as well, so price can come and just take out both of those, and then we can see if there's going to be some support found in this key zone right here. But for now, that is kind of the weekly for me. I'm just looking to see what price is going to do around there. On the daily, you know, we have got a nice similar failed swing low where, you know, again, bear in mind that the weekly is not looking that great. So this isn't really going to kind of take price far, or I don't expect it to take price far, but you can obviously get some nice, you know, momentum going, or small, if you got some small stops, you can get a decent reward ratio here. So you've got this fractal low, just zoom in a bit more. And as you can see, prices, you know, come down here again. If we zoom out, failed to close below it on this day, and then we just kind of been moving sideways. Let me just move out. There we go. So we just failed to close below, which is a, you know, sign that the bears are, you know, selling off some of their, taking some profit, selling off down here, and we're going to see if, you know, the bulls can take over. But this is a big kind of engulfing, I won't say engulfing, but big candle. It's not engulfing anything to the left, so that's why I don't count it as an engulfing, but it's a big bearish candle. And then we've just, you know, price is just taking a breather, so it can take a breather before coming back down, creating new lows. So don't just get in on the hype thinking that it's time to, you know, take off. But there are some intraday swings which we'll look at into later on in this video, so stay tuned for that. But I'm just going to zoom out to the monthly real quick to get a look at the larger picture. And what I'm kind of looking to see for a long-term play is price to you know, close above this level. So $6.07 level. If we close above this, you know, we've only got a week left, and it's not looking too great, but at the same time, you know, we just have to wait and see. We are in a, you know, a nice little demand zone as we've broken this level, this fractal level here. We've broken that level, you know, we finally come right back into it. We haven't really come down into the depths, creating touching these inefficiencies, but we are very close. So that lines up with our weekly play. But at the same time, we know that, you know, we're very near the area, and price, if it does close above here, it can look to see some higher gains or bullish momentum moving forward. But I will drop back down to the daily just to recap. So we had that failed swing low, and then what we want to look for on the hourly, once we close above this swing high here, so we've coming down, zoom in so it's clear. So we've been coming down, a lot of, you know, bearish, nice bearish trend is dropping, and then we broke this level here, you know, on the 13th of May. And then once price breaks that level, that's a sign that this bearish downtrend is over. This particular hourly trend is over. That is, price comes right back in, feels some efficiencies. So if you had either your stops were here, your entry points were here, or you were looking to get in around the inefficiencies, then you would have had a very good return risk to reward ratio there, where you got, you know, I think it's a 2-to-1, just over 2.5. In fact, if you let price, you know, rally back up, and then you can see we touched the top of this 4-hour market structure. So I forgot to mention this while recording, but notice the failed swing highs at the top of this 4-hour market structure. So that's a kind of a bearish sign for us that, you know, price is probably going to come back to your entry, so it's a good time to take profits at that level. And then we've come right back down into it. So now that kind of, for me, that move is kind of done in terms of where price is getting into it again now. But what we do have on the 4 hourly is another similar setup where we've got another failed swing low, prices just come down, failed to close above it. It's also dipped back into that same source, though the multiple times you go into the same area, I don't really like, you know, taking more entries on it. But again, this is another setup within another setup type of thing. So you've got that failed swing low, and then if you zoom down into the 15-minute, you've probably got another, not probably, we do have another break, and then we've just come out of that source right now. So we broke above this level here. It's at 5 p.m. on the 24th day of this recording, and then we've come right back into that area again, and now we're trying to see if price, you know, can take off to the upside, maybe hit 520 around that level for, you know, a little bit of an intraday play, though it is late evening over here in the UK, so I don't expect too much. But primarily I'm looking for that weekly, so that monthly move to see what price is going to do for the long term, because that's really what I want to see. We want to see price close above this and see if we can get up here. So that's all I've got for this on this time frame. If you like what you're seeing, what you're hearing, drop a like and subscribe.